now, so I decided to do a quick, stream. I haven't did a stream in a few days. Like I said, still adjusting to moving the day shift, which I don't like day shift, but at the end of the day, um, I'm making a little bit more money, but even though they damn near forced me to move the day shift, but nevertheless, I decided to get a stream in. You know, um, Gonna put out more content this weekend. Still got to get used to the schedule, so it's kind of difficult for me to like put together these videos because by the time I get home, I'm a little tired, so I don't get a chance to put out the content that I want to put out. What's going on? So, with that being said, let's begin. So, today is August the 30th. We have one more day left before basically it is September. Haven't heard any word on whether Errol Spence activated his rematch. Errol Spence had to the 29th to activate his rematch clause. Looked on Errol Spence's Instagram, looked on his Twitter, didn't hear anything. Maybe it'll be an announcement today, but if not, it's smart of Errol Spence to basically put off a rematch. I don't think he needs to go back into a rematch with Terrence Crawford right away. Everybody keep talking about, well, people lose fights all the time, but the way he lost the fight, where he was hurt throughout the fight, hurt several times, knocked down several times, you need to basically relax, get your scruples together. I've never seen anybody get beat down like that, to my knowledge, and then basically do a immediate. Mello now has changed his mind and said, "Well, maybe so. Maybe I'll do a Terrence Crawford fight at 168." It's asking a lot of Terrence Crawford to basically go up 3 weight classes and fight Canelo. Um, at the end of the day, I just got to keep it real. Uh, if that was to happen, Canelo would have to be the favorite. Now, before people say, well, Errol Spence was talking about fighting Canelo, and I know that was in the card for Al Heyman, but basically they wanted to take steps into making Canelo versus Errol Spence. Keep in mind, Errol Spence is to try to have all these people that's not fighting in the same weight classes, that's like 1 or 2 weight classes above or down. Now all of a sudden you're talking about Inoue versus Tank. You're talking about Terrence Crawford going up basically damn near 4 weight classes to fight Canelo, jumping immediately from 147 to 168, which is unheard of. Jumping up that many weight classes. As like maybe in the early 150s. So you basically talking about going up like X amount of weight. So that would be very difficult. And I wait. So that would be very difficult. And I mean, if Terrence Crawford said that he willing to do 158 and Canelo said they willing to do 158, I said, okay, let's make it happen. But basically asking Terrence Crawford to go up and basically give up that much weight to gain that much weight, that would be very dangerous for Terrence Crawford. No matter what we think of Canelo, whether Canelo is a drug teat or whatever, that's just asking a lot of Terrence Crawford. Now, if Terrence Crawford was to pull that off, and I know people gonna say, well, he fought Floyd Mayweather. Well, that was when he was still campaigning at 1 weight class above Floyd Mayweather, and they also fought at a catch weight of like 152 or something. So keep in mind, that was like 10 years ago. And remember, Canelo was only 1 weight class above Floyd Mayweather. So, okay, fought at a catch weight. But now Canelo's been comfortably fighting at between 168 and 175. He's not a 175 pounder. You seen what happened when he fought Bibo. He got the hell beat out of him. And I don't think Canelo wants to fight Bibbo. He definitely won't fight Arthur Beterbiev. And I laughed at the fact people thought that he actually had a chance against Arthur Beterbiev. But now that Canelo has reconsidered, which I think people would look at Canelo like, well, damn, man, you just chasing the bag. And I understand that fighters want to make max amount of money. Yeah. Legacy-wise, David Benavidez would be a more feasible fight as far as legacy and credibility for Canelo as a fighter if he was to fight David Benavidez. Now, if Canelo just wants to chase money, and maybe that's where Canelo is at this point, because Terrence Crawford would be nothing more than a money fight. Yes, Terrence Crawford has been undisputed at 2 weight classes. Canelo is undisputed at 168. But come on, let's not make it look like that would be a championship fight for the most part. It wouldn't be a championship. Let's just keep it a buck. If Canelo gets past Charlo, okay, and let's just say he does fight Terrence Crawford at 160, 168. Terrence Crawford's belts at 147 isn't on the line, wouldn't be on the line. So technically that wouldn't be a championship match, and it shouldn't even be sanctioned as a championship match. That's why I don't understand why is Canelo versus Charlo allegedly sanctioned as a championship match when Canelo, if he wins, he doesn't become undisputed at 154. So that's technically not a champion on the line. So it's technically not a championship match. You know, a lot of people don't want to really break that down and keep it a buck when it comes to that, but technically it's not a championship match. It isn't. But looking at Canelo, okay, this is just real talk. What does Canelo get out of fighting Terrence Crawford? Even if he wins versus Terrence Crawford, okay, you supposed to win. You supposed to win that fight. You ain't got no bit. First of all, it's a lose-lose situation for Canelo, and I've said that. Because what is he gonna get out of it if he wins the fight? He's expected to win the fight. And then if he loses to Terrence Crawford, well, people go say, well, you lost to a dude that jumped up like 3 weight classes. So that makes it look like you're overrated. You've been overrated. And you can make an argument that Canelo is overrated. That's an argument within itself about how good Canelo is or isn't. So there you have it. So if Canelo is looking at Terrence Crawford as part of his three fight deal with the PBC, and you have to ask yourself, and this is just real talk. Now keep in mind, right? How could you get the sanctioning bodies to even sanction a fight like this? A guy moving up 3 weight classes. Now keep in mind, Andre Ward tried to have a fight with a dude that was in the same weight class as him, and they said, well, they're not going to sanction this fight because, well, Andre Ward is too advanced to fight a dude like that. I forgot who the opponent was. So now you have to ask yourself, okay, the commission and the sanctioning bodies is going to sanction a fight where a dude moves up like pretty much 3 weight classes. I mean, we just got to keep it a buck here. Nobody wants to have real conversations about these type of subjects. Yeah, it makes a lot of clickbaits and all this kind of stuff. It's good clickbait material, but for real, can we have a real conversation about this? Because I'm gonna be the first one to like bring this out. Now, if somebody starts talking about this, because see, I'm a realist. I'm not looking at this for basically the sake of being a fan of boxing. How could you even get the sanctioning bodies to even sanction a fight like this where a guy's moving up 3 weight classes? Don't they have weight classes for a reason? Like I said before, if Terrence Crawford is moving up 3 weight classes to fight Canelo, then Canelo might as well move up to heavyweight and fight Usyk or Deontay Wilder. It almost comes down as like they trying to water down boxing a little bit for basically, you know, to try to get together and put up these big money fights. Canelo versus Terrence Crawford would be nothing more than a money grab for both the fighters. You know, And I'm just telling the truth. So that's just my interpretation of what I see. I don't even like the idea, and I mess with Bud, but I don't like the idea. That's asking a lot of Terrence Crawford to move up 3 weight classes and try to fight Canelo. And then, Canelo is going to require certain stipulations in the contract. He's going to try to control Terrence Crawford's weight and all this kind of stuff. So, for real, we all know how Canelo is as far as in the negotiation room. He wants certain things. He's going to ask for certain amenities, stipulations. So, the idea of people talking about, oh, this is a fight that should happen. Why? Like I said, this steps. You don't jump up from light heavyweight to heavyweight. I'm serious. If that's the case, then, Arthur Beterbiev should move up to heavyweight. He should go fight Wilder. He should go fight Usyk. He should go fight guys like Anthony Joshua. How do you think that's going to work out for Arthur Beterbiev? And as good as Arthur Beterbiev is, I don't see him moving up to heavyweight and fighting any of the heavyweights. So that's all I'm saying. I'm just being a realist when it comes to this. I'm not gonna sit up here and make these imaginary, you know what I'm saying, fantasy matchups. Like I said, that's just a lot to ask of Terrence Crawford. And it ain't about not believing in Terrence Crawford, but it would have to be steps. Like I said before, if Canelo is willing to give up 10 pounds, and then Terrence Crawford is willing to gain 10 pounds. Like I said, I was okay if him saying, hey, maybe we could fight at 158. Okay, that'll be okay. But Canelo says he's not going down. And I think Canelo is not going to look good making somebody come up 3 weight classes to fight him, even though, well, Terrence Crawford said it. Okay, so what? Let me ask you this. What if Terrence Crawford said, what if he said, okay, I'll fight anyway if he comes up to 147? People would look at Terrence Crawford like he was nuts. You want a dude to go up like 23 pounds to fight you? No, excuse me. What, he 122? Yeah, you want a dude to go up like 25 pounds to fight you? People will look at Terrence Crawford like he's nuts. So at the same time, Terrence Crawford is going up 21 pounds for Canelo. So that's why I'm saying, to a certain degree, that wouldn't, I don't know. That would just be very difficult. That's a tall order to ask of Terrence Crawford. And keep in mind, whether we like Canelo or not, Canelo is considered a pound for pound fighter. Now, how debatable and where he should be ranked in the pound for pound, that's always going to be a discussion. So you just got to keep it real. So I don't understand. But as far as Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, haven't heard anything. I'm looking. Before I even made this video, I looked on Errol Spence's Twitter account. Hasn't posted nothing in a while. Looked on his Instagram, no post. So like I said, it's still, it's the 30th. I mean, maybe we'll hear something by today. But as of right now, no word on whether Errol Spence is going to activate his rematch clause, which to me, I think Errol Spence should take a tune-up fight before he goes into a fight with Spence. You just got it. I mean, with Terrence Crawford. At the end of the day, whether Spence fans like it or not, Errol Spence got beat down. He got beat the hell up. And people got to just keep it a buck. Whether you a Errol Spence fanatic or not, he got beat the hell up. He got beat up bad. He was leaking. He was busted up. Both of his eyes was damn near closed. He was bleeding out the mouth, bleeding out. Looked like he was bleeding out the nose. Looked like he was bleeding out the ear a little bit. So you took that kind of damage and you sitting up talking about you want to run it back immediately. Don't do it. Not smart. So, all right. So let me move on to another individual who just continues to put their foot in their mouth. And that is one, Carissa Shields. Carissa Shields, I wasn't going to make a video with her name in the title because that's basically what she wants. Carissa Shields just continues to make a fool of herself by just saying outlandish things, talking about that she's the third greatest boxer in the history of boxing. And for her to even say that is just laughable. It's just very laughable. And Carissa Shields just continues to just embarrass herself and embarrass the sport of women's boxing to the point to where people are not going to start taking her serious. She on some WNBA stuff. I don't know who the hell is advising Carissa Shields, but Carissa Shields need to just fall back. And I know that she may have people that be gassing her up to believe that she's this and she's that. Listen, she is a great fighter, but to say that she thinks she's top three. Okay. Carissa Shields isn't even top 33 all time. I can name several fighters that's better than her. I don't even think Carissa Shields at this point is better than Ann Wolfe or Layla Ali. And I know she's undisputed in 2 different weight classes, but let's just face the fact. Is anybody checking for female boxing like that? The only people that's paying attention to women's boxing is the very gender that Carissa Shields loves to attack is men. Do you see Malika Andrews and women on ESPN talking about Carissa Shields? No. You have more men talking about Carissa Shields because the hypocrisy that goes on with females, they talking about gender equality, but yet they don't show lax. Can they cover the WNBA? Do you see Malika Andrews begging to go cover the WNBA? No, because the WNBA is a money pit. That's losing money every year. It's a tax write-off for the NBA, and everybody knows that nobody gives a damn about the WNBA. And if Carissa Shields keep running her mouth, she's going to alienate the support that she already has because she just says stupid stuff. First of all, who is the other 2 fighters that's better than her? Carissa Shields isn't better than Sugar Ray Leonard. She isn't even better than Oscar De La Hoya. She isn't even better than current fighters that's out. She's not better than Terrence Crawford. She's not for real. So what? She's a 2-time undisputed champion. But for real, is she taking home millions of dollars? Is she selling out arenas everywhere she fight? No. Is she a hot commodity? Not really. Is Carissa Shields world renowned? If Carissa Shields walked into, let's just say, if Carissa Shields walked into a mall or something, would people be like running towards her asking to take pictures? I'm talking about if she just, no security, just walked through a random mall or just walked to a random place and dress regular. Not wearing something stand out to where people look and they take a picture. Oh, that's Carissa. I'm saying if she just randomly walked in a place, just dressed like a regular person, would people just walk up to her and say, hey, that's Carissa Shields? She's not an innovator yet. To a certain degree, Ronda Rousey got that push. But now Ronda Rousey, she fell back a little bit because at the end of the day, when Holly Holmes got and Emmanuel Nunez got a hold of her, well, there goes Ronda Rousey. Or should I say, Ronda Rousey. There you have it. So that's the thing with Carissa Shields. Keep in mind, they still not fighting 3-minute rounds in women's boxing. And then she's saying this stupid stuff about Keith Thurman and stuff. So for real. First of all, Sugar Ray Robinson fought sometimes like 3 or 4 times a month. Look at Sugar Ray Robinson's box rec. That dude one time I think had like 10 or 15 fights in 1 year. Okay, so can we stop this BS? How you have a regular 9 to 5 and you didn't fought like four times in a month? Not 4 times. Where you got fighters this day and age can barely fight twice a year. Sugar Ray Robinson was fighting 3-4 times a month sometimes. So how is Carissa Shields better than him? How is she better than Sugar Ray Leonard? How is she better than Marvin Hagler? How is she better than Roberto Duran? How is she better than Oscar De La Hoya? I'm just saying. and she only got 2 knockouts. So that's just all I'm saying. Carissa Shields just like I said, she just saying stuff that's just absurd. And then the thing is with Carissa Shields, when you respond to her, she tries to play the, oh, if you respond to her, you're attacking female boxing. No, we're not. We responded to the foolishness that's coming out your mouth. And a lot of women do that stuff. They love to play the gender card when you criticize them. They'll sit up there and say some stuff that don't make sense or asinine. And then as soon as you challenge them on it, oh, you're attacking me because I'm a woman. Oh, you're putting me down because I'm no, it's just that you saying some stuff that don't make no sense. You saying stuff that don't make no kind of sense. You're not even being logical. You can't even logically yourself explain on I mean for real. If you did a real interview and you tried to explain why do you think you the third grade and that oh I'm undisputed in two weight class, people gonna be like, okay, so who have you fought? And who is the caliber of the women that you fought? Keep in mind, it's about stature as well. That's just real talk. You have the upper echelons of fighting, just like as far as basketball go. They consider the NBA the upper echelons of professional basketball, even though it's not really any competitive league to compete with the. So that's why they go by, well, competition wise. That's why you consider the elite based off your accomplishments playing in the NBA. That's why they get all the accolades that they get, because basically it's only one league. Same thing with the NFL. Yeah, they have the XFL, they have the USFL. They brought that back, but that's the thing. That's the comparison that I'm trying to make. Those are not top tier football leagues. And let's just face the fact, female boxing is not considered top tier. You just gotta tell the truth. Nobody is checking for women's boxing like that. And at the end of the day, us as media, we trying to do our job. We trying to do our due diligence by trying to help play our part and trying to basically evolve women's boxing. But then when you have somebody like Carissa Shields, who they want to make the face of female boxing, who constantly alienates people by just saying stupid stuff, who always tries to play the battle of the sexes until you respond. Listen, at the end of the day, Carissa Shields can't do nothing with Keith Thurman in an actual fight. It has to be an exhibition match because they won't ever sanction an actual boxing match between a man and a female because they know what would happen. At the end of the day, no matter how delusional Carissa Shields may sound, and like I said before, y'all can send this stream to Carissa Shields, and I'm gonna say this again: I don't give a damn about Carissa Shields. Not like that. I don't mean like I hope bodily harm happen to her. I don't care about Carissa Shields. All she gonna do is she see the video. Oh, I'm not gonna interview with him. I'm not gonna ever talk to you. I don't care, Carissa Shields. I'm gonna say this: you not making or breaking me, whether you talk to me or not. I don't give two damns whether you ever do an interview with me or not. And somebody need to tell you this. And I'm tired of people sitting up here straddling the fence, these dudes being scared to just call Carissa Shields out. A lot of these big wigs, they believe the same thing that I believe. They think Carissa Shields is absurd. They think she sounds ridiculous. But then you have these bigger boxing channels that basically agree on the lines of what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, they at a certain point to where they can't say certain stuff. I still can say certain stuff. And Carissa Shields, she sounds ridiculous. And like I said, I'll tell her right to her damn face. Like I said, you want to play that gender battle of the sexes, feminism stuff, go take that shit somewhere else. There's no room in boxing for that. We got enough of that going on. And that's what's going on too much in sports now. That's why a lot of people was afraid of women getting into broadcasting and stuff, because it always turns into the battle of the sexes. Just like you had Stephen A. Smith recently trying to defend Malika Andrews for her antics. constantly demonize a black man. But then again, nobody takes Stephen A. Smith serious. Like whatever he says is bond. Nah, Stephen A. Smith been lost credibility because we know who he works for, and we know that Stephen A. Smith, no matter how tough he tries to talk, we know that Stephen A. Smith take orders from people. And the reason why Stephen A. Smith was sitting up defending Malika Andrews because he's trying to keep his job with ESPN. I'm sure they probably told her, hey, Stephen A., just go on to defend. Listen, at the end of the day, you think because Stephen A. Smith says something, oh, well, now the Stephen A. Smith that came out, oh, it's the truth. Oh, now we got to back off from what we believe. Nah, doesn't work like that. We believe what we believe, and we know what Malika Andrews tries to do and what ESPN stands for, which is primarily trying to demonize black men and vilify black men. That's just facts. So, with that being said, Carissa Shields needs to stop it. All right. So, as I've said before, this is going to be the last subject because then I got to get back to sleep. Got to get up like in a couple of hours. All right. So, Regis has been coming out saying that he's done his end as far as signing the contract. Y'all already know how I feel about that alleged contract stuff about, I signed the contract. Now, keep in mind, Errol Spence allegedly signed his contract back in July of 2022, and that turned out to be a bold-faced lie. Come to find out there wasn't no contract. So, I'm not saying that Regis is a liar or anything, but listen, I'm not even going for that. I'm not even going for that. I'm not trying to hear that. Whenever something is official, we'll hear about it. Hopefully this fight get done. I would love to see this fight. I think Devin Haney versus Regis Prograis at 140 is going to be an exceptional fight. I think it's going to be a very good fight. Hopefully they could find a way to get it done. Like I said before, I'm going to say this again. Don't compare me to other channels out here. Don't expect me to fall in line with how other channels get down. Everybody knows I stand on my own. Like I said, I am by myself. I don't have no leader. I don't have no general. I don't have none of that stuff. I answer to no one. I am by myself. I'm affiliated with people. I know people. Some of them dudes is my people. Some of them ain't. So however they think on their channel, that's how they think. I think on my own. That's been the problem. People expected me to fall in line and think how a lot of other people think, which at the end of the day, when people wanted me to sit up here for the last few years and go in on Terrence Crawford, and a lot of people got mad at me because I refused to do it and was sitting up acting like bitches and shit, talking greasy behind the scenes and stuff and thinking that somebody was scared of them, which I don't know where they got that from. But at the end of the day, I'll say this much. I'll be at Devin Haney's next fight. So here's the thing, if you really want to try your luck with me, you go ahead, but it's not going to turn out like how you think. And quit lying saying that you was go pull up on me, because when you saw me the last time, you walked right past me and you didn't say shit. So stop fronting, and you know who you is. So everybody knows I go to fights. And I don't want to hear this stuff about, oh, nobody knows what I look like. I didn't show my face. Everybody know what I look like. It's a video of me hitting the heavy bag, which, by the way, I didn't show everybody all of my skills. That's just a little something I could do. And I'm out of shape. That's why I'm training it. Wait till I lose like 25 pounds and really get in shape. I can move for somebody my age. I can move just like Commander Brown. And I know some of that Commander Brown stuff, but I ain't putting it on YouTube. Why give a person a chance to prepare? You want them to be confident when they run up on you. So then when you do stuff to them and humiliate them, that basically forced them to go into hiding. So, like I said before, I'll see you soon. And that's all I got to say. Your best bet is to just keep moving like you did the last time. And I'm going to leave it at that. But anyway, as far as the Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney thing go, at the end of the day, I have to say this is just real talk. I got love for Bill. I appreciate Bill. at the end of the day, I reached out to Bill. Whenever Bill want to come on my panel and talk with some of the people I know, or if he want to do a solo interview, that's fine too. But when Bill is available, I'm sure he'll reach out to me. As far as Shakur Stevenson go, everybody knows that I've interviewed Shakur Stevenson several times. And say what you want to say about Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson is one of the dudes that makes himself specifically available to black media. Shakur Stevenson pretty much interviews with everybody. While you have some people that go out of their way not to talk to black media, Shakur Stevenson makes himself available to black media. Shakur Stevenson is always giving me interviews. He's never denied me an interview, and I just got to keep it 100. I'm not gonna sit up here and fall in line and make videos attacking Shakur Stevenson, because I told you got the wrong nigga for that. Not gonna be me. That's just real talk. So don't ask me to sit up here. Well, so and so said this about Shakur Stevenson. That's them. I'm not getting involved in this foolishness. We went through this 5 years with Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence, and I'm not doing this. Not doing it again. So if you want to see people instigating and gossiping and all that kind of stuff, trying to play fighters against each other, and we supposed to be a community, a black community, that just says a lot about them. Like I said, I got love for Devin. I got love for Shakur Stevenson. Both of them is welcome on my outlet. I don't talk to Devin as much as I've talked to Shakur Stevenson. I can't catch Devin like I want to, but Devin, when he sees me, he talks to me. So, Devin knows who I am. He shows me love. When I went to his fight, I forgot what fight it was. When I said who I was, he said, shout out to Town Business. Like, Devin got that tattoo of Oakland on his leg. So just saying. Like I said, I hope they find some common ground. And I just want to tell y'all, don't fall to the trap with these goofy dudes that's sitting up on here trying to instigate and play black men against each other, but then they claim to be pro-black. I don't have to say these dudes' names. You know who they are, because it is what it is. So, like I said before, count me out. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. It's your boy Town. I'm out.